Well, it looks like we just had the Miss USA contest again. Ancient pagan festival, idolatry, worship of other gods. The androgynous cult strikes again. Here's the winner. Again, Miss District of Columbia, as it was last year. And I'll show you last year's too. Okay, look at those wide shoulders. This is Miss USA, the long arms. Now you can't see the hips at all there, right, because of this dress. Because you do want to check the ratio, right? But you can do the skull to shoulder ratio here. You can see it's 3 head widths wide very easily. Are you with me now? Do you hear me? Yes, this is a massive deception, and this is the smallest part of it. This is just the stupid old Miss USA contest. Nobody even cares about this. Nobody watches it. This is a microcosm of a much bigger cover-up, conspiracy of the androgynous cult. Call them what you will. The Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Jesuits, the Gnostics, the New Agers, it's all the same thing. Androgynous demigods, becoming God, merging the two genders. That's what's being unveiled. That's the transpocalypse. That's all you see in the media these days is androgyny. I mean, it's happening, man. This is happening. Look at that thigh. Look at those muscles. Now, if that had hair on it, in fact, it almost looks like it does, but I would assume this person shaved the legs. Shaved his legs. He was a she, all right? Miss Alaska taking a walk on the wild side, all right? Look at this. Look at the six-pack, man. Look at the six-pack. Look at that ass, all right? Hand on the hips. Covering up so you cannot see how much the waist goes in there, can you? Bending the body, curving the body. So you have this illusion like we always see. And here another one, back in the back, hand on the hips, big old muscles there. It gets better. Stay with me here. It won't take long. Wide shoulders, 3 head widths. Now that has a hourglass shape there, at least it appears to. But you got the same thing back here. Oh, hand off the hips. Okay, you can see the wide shoulders. You can see the big skull. It's not even in focus, but you can see what's going on there. That looks like a tranny hooker, all right? Q angle. No, the legs together. Look at where the legs are. That's not how normal people walk. 1 foot in front of the other. To give it the illusion of having a Q angle. Legs angling in from female hips. Doing the walk, they must have practiced. Oh, the same thing, same walk. Look at that. 1 foot in front of the other. Gives it the appearance of having this female shape here. Kind of swinging the butt out. We're going to see these shoulders way too wide. Oh, better scroll down a bit there. That one's so tall it's going off out of the screen. Swinging the hips out, doing the old flare out on the one side. They can only get curves on one side at a time because they don't have curves, all right? The wide shoulders. Shoulders of a man. Fake breasts. There's no curve. There's no waist. A female waist would curve in because it would female, and this goes straight up here. So that's not a female waist, people. Who do we got there? Miss Illinois. Whitney Wandland. Better go back to Wandland because you're a tranny. Hey, if people are openly transgendered, I'm not going to make a video about that, really, because that's kind of a different topic. These people are lying. These people are claiming to be Miss USA. Look at this one in the back. These people are claiming to be women. Miss USA. This stuff is broadcast on television. Where are the hips? What kind of woman has hips like that and a straight up and down torso? Look at this person, man. Look at this one, too. Adonis belt. They believe they're androgynous demigods, just like their goddess here, right? They're all pansexual. They're neither male nor female. They believe the reality is they're men, dressed up like girls. Look at it. Missouri, 50 states of androgyny. Good thing they're rolling out the genderless ID cards. These people are going to need them. Forgot to put on your breasts there. Come on. Look at this. Hand on the hips. Why? Covering up that straight up and down torso. Women have wide hips. Men have narrow hips. More narrow than the shoulders. Whoa, now we can really see it, can't we? Miss Alaska. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, this one's got to be packing heat, man. I don't even think this person's shaved her legs, man. Somebody get this person a razor. Hopefully I can make it through this without vomiting. You know, duct tape can work wonders, or they have an operation. I don't know. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. But they're deceiving us. That's why I'm doing these videos, to help you stay informed as to the enemy's deceptions, right? Hips, none, lack thereof. Adonis belt, male hip bone ends on the side below the belly button, right there. That's why the hand is there, strategically placed to cover it up. You're not going to find them with male genitals. They're never going to show you that. But what stands out is the hips, because that's the second most different thing. Why? Because women need wide hips to give birth. A tranny does not give birth. Trannies don't have a uterus. These people are not transgendered. They didn't change their gender. They're just deceiving us. They changed their appearance. They're pretending to be with the other gender. I don't think they think of themselves as transgender anyway. They think of themselves as androgynous demigods. Arkansas. You see the picture here? None of these people have female hips whatsoever. Look at the face, the big old face, the big face. Go to the shopping mall, look at the real women. They all have small faces. These people have big faces. It's that simple. I'm sorry. All you people who deny this transgender phenomenon, you guys are just lusting after trannies. All right? Women are trying to get bodies like this. Hey, stop it. Stop doing that. Be a woman. At least you're a real woman. These are not real women. None of them. All right? These are all men. Okay? I'm going through all 51 of them right now. Okay? Let's see if Deanna has a Johnson. Yes, Deanna does have a Johnson. Look at where the hands are strategically placed, where there should be a bit more curvature there. So this is a tranny, all right? The face is a little smaller than usual. That's what got me. The body's big. It's got this small face, right? Small skull. But I think it's we can see there in the hips and the waist that this is a trans entity. That's another one, tranny. Oh, man. They're not even hiding it. They're rolling out the transpocalypse, the great revealing of the whole thing. We're getting close. Every day is another step closer to the end times, great tribulation. This is the most obvious display of secretly transgendered people I've ever seen. There's 51 of them here. None of them are even passable. This is not passable. If you're walking down the street, you came across this person. I mean, if you had a brain, if you've left your hometown, you would know this person is trans, all right? And they're putting this on TV. Look at these people. None of them have female hips. They all have wide shoulders. Straight up and down torso. Adonis belt. That's why their hand is right there. Every one of them has their hand on the hip to cover up the Adonis belt. That hip bone indentation that men have on the side. Look at it. I have never seen these photos before, all right? You're seeing them for the first time, so am I. I didn't know they all had the hand on the hips, but they do. Look at this. I'm trying to stay calm here. But they're all a bunch of trannies, man. All right, pause the video if you need to look further. I don't. I don't need to look further to examine the evidence here. All right, I'm just going one after another. 29, Nevada, yes. And on the hip, straight up and down torso. They all have the same body. Now that one's got the little indentation there, but it has the Adonis belt below the belly button, so could this one have had a rib removed or something? It's very, very, very skinny. That's why it has the illusion of an hourglass figure, but yet all you got to do is look at the shoulders and the hips here. You can see all the hip bone action going on, the legs, even the thighs. You know, everything about this person screams tranny. Just the way it is. Some of these people, I'm sure, are packing heat. Some may have, some are using duct tape. Some are, you know, they can make a vagina. They can turn the penis into a vagina. All right, it's pretty gross and disgusting. You can see more details on the internet. There's still a hole down there. They just shove everything up inside. It's pretty nasty. Get rid of the evidence. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. It's just nasty. Now, I'm not even looking at their names. I'm just doing, you just got to look in this region right here and the hips. And look at this skull, man. Whoa. And you can see the legs are basically coming in a straight up and down angle unless they're crossing the legs or doing some other deception. So look at the skeleton. So look at the underlying skeletal structure and look at their attempts to deceive us. Here are the legs basically right in front of the other. So you got that bending the leg like that to give it that V-shaped angle like the legs of a woman would be. Hand on the hips to cover it up. Bony shoulders. Bony shoulders. They haven't figured out how to get rid of the big, wide, bony shoulders. Or the Adonis belt, the hip indentation, which is why they always cover it up. These people are all trannies, man. Miss USA. I don't use that word to be derogatory to anybody, all right? It's much easier to say, and it makes more sense than transgender. Transgender doesn't make any sense. You know what the Bible calls these people? Abominations. Sodomites. Hey, I don't know if the word sodomite is in the Bible, but Sodom and Gomorrah, they were doing this kind of stuff then, huh? That's what's going on. Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah. Hey, look what happened to Sodom, all right? Remember what happened there? Things didn't turn out so well for those people in Sodom. We are living in Sodom and Gomorrah. The entire world is Sodom and Gomorrah, including Tennessee. T's for tranny. T's for Tennessee. All my exes live in Texas. That's why the trannies live in Tennessee. I don't know what that means. Whoa. Calm down there. This one needs to stop working out or something. I mean, they're really unveiling the great transpocalypse. This is why you got, what's her name? Miley Cyrus coming out saying they're pansexual. All right, I got a video coming up. I'm going to explain this. The transpocalypse has begun. It has begun. Celebrities are already admitting they're androgynous. That's what this is all about, man. They're creating androgynous ID cards. Everything's androgynous. Schools, they're teaching children how to be androgynous. Why? Because they're going to teach them how to become gods. Look at that, man. This is messed up. I'm going to vomit, man. Really. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cry. I'm going to laugh. If you read the Bible, though, it's over and over and over. People doing freaky things, right? People drinking blood, people sacrificing their children, people doing all kinds of abominations. They don't even tell you the details sometimes, but they do talk about transgenderism, transvesticism as being an abomination. And then they go on and on about all these abominations people did, right? Changing the laws the laws that God gave us. We're lawless, man. We live in a lawless society. These people are Satanists. Satan controls the mass media through his androgynous demons, all right? That's what's going on. It's all part of the New World religion. New Age, Gnostics. We are living in the New World Order. It's here already. They just haven't fully unveiled it all to us. A lot of it's still hidden. These people are trannies. Every woman you see in any form of mass media is a male to female transsexual, all right? All of them. And this has been going on for a long time. It goes back to Egypt, Babylon, Sodom, pre-flood days. You know, we live in a world of deception and evil. It's much more than we thought. Much more. And it's even more than we know about now. There's things we don't know about. We're being deceived in ways we can't even understand or comprehend. So what I'm doing, you guys do whatever you want. I'm reading the Bible. I'm praying.